Alright, hello fun and welcome back to my Far 4 Mod Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at the Vault 13 Canteen mod, which is being made by users Colonel's Egg and Sparrow Prince. And what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game is, well, the Vault 13 Canteen from Fallout New Vegas, and I love this little item. It was kind of an odd thing in New Vegas, just being a random canteen you got occasional sips of water from, but here in the Commonwealth, it's quite a useful item. Of course, if you are playing in a more hardcore mode where you need to eat and drink, this will help you stay hydrated. And even in standard gameplay, it's actually quite a useful little healing tool. Not the greatest healing thing ever, but perfect for those times you just need a little bit rather than wasting a full stim. And it's pretty wonderful, so let's jump on over here to where I have built quite a few of these canteens, and in their most standard form, well, they do absolutely zero. They are an aid item, but when you first make them, it's literally an empty canteen that'll just weigh 0.5 and will do absolutely zero. Because you have to, of course, fill it with water. And when filled, it will do up to 40 hit points worth of healing for a weight of 2. Of course, upping that weight because, well, now it has been filled with something. Now, I say up to 40 because, well, as you can see here, we have in my Pip-Boy an empty canteen and a purified canteen. Yeah, there's another step between these two, which I'll show off here in a moment. And the middle step is kind of a middle ground there, but of course gives you some radiation. We'll, again, talk about that in a moment. But yeah, overall, it's just a cool little model with an interesting use, and just looks very cool. Now, there is also actually a brown leather alternate texture you can download for this mod, if you so desire, but I'd prefer just the classic look right here, as it is quite nice. Now, as for how you get your hands on this thing, you have to build it, which means, of course, going to a chemistry station, but there's something you gotta do first, because you're gonna need a schematic to build the Vault 13 Canteen, and you can find this down over at the WESTON water treatment plant. And inside, close by the elevator, you'll find the schematic sitting next to a terminal. And once you have that in your inventory, you're good to go to build this wherever you desire. And to do so, of course, head to the chemistry station, go to healing, and the empty canteen can be made for just 1 leather and 2 steel. So it's a pretty nifty little item there, not taking up a lot of resources, and you can have as many of these in your inventory as, of course, weight will allow. Now, to get this thing to function and fill with water, let's go to our little radioactive hole of water here, and you just need to stand anywhere where there is water, and if you have the drink water option, you should be able to fill the canteen. Just go into your Pip-Boy, over to your aid category, and click it, and it will fill. Now, alternatively, you can actually set this to one of your favorites, and while standing here, hit that button, and there we go, our canteen has been filled, but of course, with dirty water. So now this only gives us 20 hit points of healing, but of course for 7 radiation. Now, how you make this water go from dirty to purified just requires one more simple step, and that's to go over to any cooking station, into beverages, and then purify it. And yeah, you just click this. There's no other resources required. It is literally just your filled canteen, and you click it and it will create yourself some lovely purified water. Now, you'll notice we actually have 3 options here, and you may have noticed the 1/3 when we were looking at this earlier in the Pip-Boy, and that's because the canteen isn't a single-use item. Each canteen can actually hold 3 drinks of water. So, of course, if you are forced to drink your dirty water, and there's only 2 of 3, you can still purify that 2 of 3 or even 1 of 3, and you'll end up getting that little extra tiny bit of purified water, which is quite handy. So I do like that even if you have taken a drink, you can still purify the remaining 2 without having to drink 2 more sips of dirty water. And to use it, well, it's just as simple as any other aid item. You click it, and there we go. We took a drink of water, and it's now, of course, split into 2 items, since this new one, only having 2 sips remaining, is now technically a new item. And of course, once again, we can set this to one of our favorites, hit that, and there we go. We've taken a drink, and now we're at 1 of 3. And yeah, it's just a handy, fun little item, and I do like that you can carry as many as you like, of course, again, weight permitting. Unlike, of course, in Fallout New Vegas, where we just had the 1 unique item. And of course, the weight does change on this, depending on how many drinks you have taken. For, of course, an empty canteen, it'll be 0.5. For 1 sip, it'll be 1. The 3 sips is 2, and of course, a 2 sip is 1.5. So very good. So your inventory will get a little bit lighter as you are going along drinking these all through. And yeah, it's just a handy, fun little mod that I quite enjoy. And again, if you are playing in a more hardcore mode, it's actually quite useful to be able to just go to any water source, fill it up, and reuse it over and over and over again. It's a very handy thing. So if you'd like to take a look at this mod for yourself, which I would certainly recommend you go and do, you can have a look at the link in the description as per usual. But that is going to be it for today, my friends. I hope you all have enjoyed and that you do come back for the next one. Hopefully, we'll be looking at yet another wonderful mod. But until that time, thank you for watching. And as always, have a good one.